What is up, hot makers? Welcome to HotMakes. This is a great, fine Monday night. I'm Nerdy J. This is the Pooch. How you doing, Pooch?
Good. I got my llama official Pooch corn helmet on per the request in the chat.
Yeah, I saw that.
For you, llama.
It's all about
you still have the V. You have the V3 with the interchangeable horns because I still haven't made that. Maybe now that I'm going to have all this free time, I can make it.
Yeah. Now he's going to make all the stuff.
I think that's what I'm going to do, man. I'm just going to take a little time. I'm going to print some things.
Yeah. It'll be Pooch printing things and tagging HotMakes so he can still be on the show.
That's it. I'm just going to print a bunch of stuff and then tag my own stuff so I can just be in the show.
That is amazing. I love that.
Except we actually, if I could pull the curtain back a little bit, we actually have a HotMake tonight where he didn't tag the show.
I didn't tag the show, but it was a HotMake?
Yes, somebody else tagged the HotMake that you posted.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay.
I see how it is. On your way out, you've already given up.
I don't know. It's not that. I don't get it. Everybody say hello to Gary, our AI system, who's getting extra feisty by
he's a little salty. I believe he's a little sad.
He's a salty AI.
Yeah.
He's getting emotions. He's developed emotions.
Yeah.
So it's an unfortunate time to be developing emotions.
I've taught the toaster to feel love.
Well, see, the problem is Gary's very sad because you're the only one that knew how to code here. So now I take over.
Well, we see what happens when you code. We end up with Gary, but honestly, I think it's become way more interesting. You know,
it's so good. So how was your week? Did you have a good week?
I had a good week. I had the kids were with me this week, and we had a fantastic weekend. I don't know if anybody saw my tweet over the weekend, but we went and explored these awesome abandoned railroad tunnels that are up in at Donner Pass, which is like an hour north of me here. And it was a really, really cool experience. And it's a great activity for a hot day because it's nice and cool, and you got this cool air blowing through the tunnels. And some of them were miles long, so you get your headlamp, and there's climbing inside and all kinds of interesting construction techniques to make the whole thing. So it was neat. Yeah, it was really cool.
Definitely sounds like it will be a blast. I mean, I love going through tunnels and old caves and stuff like that I've done tours through, but something like that seems like it would be a blast. Is it at your own pace or is it tours?
Yeah, no, totally at your own pace.
It's cool.
It's marked on Google Maps. You just type in historic Donner Pass train tunnels, and I think we did a 5 mile. We did 2.5 miles out and back, which was a lot for when you have little kids with you. But we had our water and our snacks and all that stuff, and it was good. And you could go. I think the tunnel system itself goes for 5 miles total, but we found a good stopping point and turned around, and the kids had a blast. There was all this climbing inside the tunnels too, and so it was a really cool activity all around.
No practical printing says I'm late. Sorry, I was too busy crying.
Yeah, that happens, Chris.
So you're telling me you didn't see any train lights coming at you, so that's good.
No, they tore the tracks out. I made a point. It's there's definitely no train. Well, there's no tracks, so that's a kind of a guarantee that there's not going to be any trains.
Oh man!
But I'm told at the end of the thing, it actually merges back with active tunnels again, and they have to put all this crazy signage up, "Do not go in here, active trains. It is too narrow, you will die." I mean, I can only imagine. It's everybody's worst nightmare,
Well, and there's a reason those signs are there. Just at some point, there's a reason why there's a sign or a tag on a hair dryer that you shouldn't use it in the bathtub. Somebody out there did that, and it didn't go well. Otherwise, that sign wouldn't exist.
Yeah, somebody ruins it for everybody, right?
That's so good. Well, that sounds like an awesome show or weekend. And I think if I ever get out that way, we got to check that out because I think it would be a lot of fun.
It's something to see for sure, and it's obviously it's on the way to Tahoe. It's really close to Tahoe if you're ever coming out to do that. And then it was right next to a ski resort, and they were having this festival for RC cars called Axial Fest. which I'd never heard of before.
That
it just like
cool.
happened to be there. So we kind of like walked through that at the end, but the kids were white. I wanted to actually kind of check it out more. And I mean, I'm talking like giant rock crawler RCs, and it was more like the rock crawler style stuff, but there was definitely like super fast ones and stuff too. So it was that was a lucky thing to stumble
to
upon.
come upon, right? That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
man, that's pretty awesome. I know we didn't get into it yet, but this episode's being brought to you by Thangs. Thangs, thank you so much for sponsoring HotMakes every week. At the end of the episode, we have a $50 Amazon gift card courtesy of Thangs. They're in the chat. They're saying goodbyes, and everybody's got the sad face and crying, and Sweet Bee is,
she's talking to me about me like I'm dying. It's like the last of it. You're never gonna see me again.
Well, I don't think that's true, but I'm hoping we can get you on to do some Pooch rants in the future at least, and we'll get into the. I mean, I guess we could. I tell you what. Do you want to do some HotMakes first, or do you want to get into the Pooch?
No, it's not the Pooch-isode. No. I am here for the same reason you and everybody else are here, and that's for the HotMakes, my friend. So let's do it.
Fix some dude's not happy. He says you're dead to us.
He'll be fine.
No, he's not. He's not. But I tell you what, a couple quick things. There's a link in the description to enter for the contest for the $50 Amazon gift card courtesy of Thangs. Also, it'll be posted. Nightbot will be posting it periodically through the episode, so make sure you sign up there to be eligible to win. But we're gonna jump. We'll do that. We'll jump into some HotMakes first, and then we'll talk about the next steps for the show and Pooch and everybody else later. How about that? Sound good?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right. Well, let me grab some HotMakes, and Caleb. Are you out there somewhere? Hey, I think Caleb's dad's with us today.
Really?
Yeah, Caleb's here. He's editing videos for me currently. We appreciate that. Sarah's here. Thank you, Dog Park Girl. We really appreciate you showing up. Thanks, Tripod.
Yeah.
But Geary, whenever you're ready, HotMakes. All right.
Woo!
Well, that was fun. Woo!
I love
this.
All right.
Yes, yeah, so this was posted after last week's show. Last week we had Emily the engineer on it. She's doing some amazing things with the Iron Man suits, and not this one though. She hasn't done this one. So this is pretty awesome. Futuristic visions. Let me click on this bad boy. There we go. Homemade Mark I in progress.
I love this.
Before this,
I saw some some murmurings of it, but not to this extent. So I'm excited for this as you are.
I love it. I love the 3D printed or the weld. Like the welds that are in there. That just design itself is really cool.
Right. So even Tony Stark, early on was very, he just like, hey, I got this idea for a make. Yeah. I think I'm going to cobble together this suit. And, before you know it, we have the beginnings of an Iron Man, right?
Yeah. I think I need to go back and watch like the first movie. But this is awesome. Nice work. Futuristic visions. We have quite a few HotMakes tonight, so we're going to rock and roll through them a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Max, metalhead printing, doing some just amazing stuff with props. CR30 swords and all that stuff. But now he printed this, and this is a mud horn. If you haven't seen The Mandalorian, you need to. But this was awesome. One of the coolest things I've seen him print in a bit. Yeah,
that is a great model. He looks just muddy as hell, and I love it. And he needs like a little Grogu for scale or something, right? Something, or just like to see how because the Mando is. About as tall as he is to his haunches there or something. Yeah, that's a big mud horn.
Pretty little. Yeah. We have the what is it? The Loki croc, or forgot what they're called. I think that's
there he
the
is.
Loki croc. Yeah, for a little bit of croaky. There we go. For a little bit of scale, but yeah, awesome job, Max. Nice work. I love like you were saying, it looks muddy. It does. It looks wet and muddy, and I just want to touch it.
You want to touch it? You want to lick it, or you just want to touch it?
I wouldn't go for lick, but maybe just touch it. Yeah, just to see what it really.
Is it made out of chocolate?
Yeah.
This would be a good candidate for the chocolate.
Yes. We need to bring Evan on, and he could print this in chocolate.
Evan on there and get a chocolate mud horn going, man. Come on.
Too good. Max, nice work.
Good job,
all right,
Max.
what do we got next? Oh, this was awesome.
Ooh,
this was a 3D printer. Oh, go ahead.
Soldering.
Yeah,
I love soldering.
Soldering
machine. It's a machine. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 3D printer turned soldering machine. And that is pretty awesome. Yeah.
I mean, is there anything you can't do with some G code and some like a gantry? Like, what am I looking for? Like this, just the framework, a motion system, right? And people just come up with the most creative solutions. And I like the perfect. It's funny because I was just talking to my ops director about an application for a perforated aluminum sheet like this, not mounted to a printer, but I like his mounting system. I think that's really creative.
I agree. I love also how you can see. Now I'm going to forget. What is it? The wire. Now I'm going to forget what it's called.
The solder.
There you go. The solder. I didn't know. The thing that calls it the soldering machine. Anyways, it runs through the tube there. Do you see that?
Yeah. It's a little tube. Yeah.
Kind of like a soldering motor tube. I don't know.
Yeah. What's interesting, I'd be curious.
I almost said flux. That's why. And thank you. I appreciate you. Someone else saying that. But it's Brian Vine said it's a solder extruder. There you go.
I was about to ask. I wonder if they pre-flux the joints, or maybe they're just using a flux core and that's sufficient. I don't know. I mean, if I don't know how into soldering you are, Jim. Like I'm super into soldering. I love to flux. When in doubt, flux it. More flux. Always flux. Always fluxing.
Time cricket on.
Flux capacitor firing.
Flux capacitor. All right, what we got next? Oh, this was really cool.
I love this so much. I love Lauren's stuff.
Go ahead. I'll let you.
We always love a Buzz Design stuff on here, and obviously she's been getting more and more into CNC these days. And you know what? I had a great conversation with her a few weeks back talking about pivoting from something you've been doing. So she's been doing the Disney stuff for a long time, and she's like, I want to do something new, and it's really hard when you have you've built up a following that appreciate you for a certain thing,
right?
But you obviously have so much more to offer, and so it's like we got to feature she is so multifaceted, multi-skilled, and just to see some of this stuff. Obviously, we're still ahead of the fall season, but get prepped now, people. If you need your fall decor, go check out Lauren's store.
And it looks like she did it in layers. So it looks like there's several layers here, and different painted layers and things like that. I really like this. I think like you said, it's very creative the way she did it, and we should definitely check it out. I know all the links are in the description of this video. There's a Google Doc link where all of the episodes, 65, that's right, 65 episodes, everything's in there. So go check it out if you want to follow this one. But Lauren, nice work.
Yes.
Pooch. Oh, this one.
Oh, this is the one that you were saying I didn't HotMakes my own son. I guess my own son's make.
So this is your hot make. What is it?
Well, okay, so Breaks and Makes, formerly known as 3D Maker Noob Joe from Malta, it was probably a couple months back now, he had offered up this awesome coaster set on his Etsy store where he had, and you can kind of see on the top, he'd taken all the 3D print infills, right? And he prints them out like as a coaster, and then he inlaid it into a wooden base that he had CNC'd, and then he resined over the top of them. So they're like these really nice coasters. And he just sent me. They came out great. It was like $30 shipped from Malta, which was, I thought, a fantastic deal. And it's got all the major infills, your Hilbert curve, your star fills, your gyroid, all that. But I didn't have a good holder. I mean, we could just stack them on top of each other. But I challenged my son, who's been learning Fusion, to make a holder for him. And this is what he came up with. And proud dad moment. Proud dad moment. So he's got this little hexagonal thing. He's got the little, I said, okay, now think about how are you going to get him out of there? He's like, oh, we could just turn it over. And so, there was a little bit of guidance and stuff in terms of what I want, but he loves fillets and chamfers and stuff. So his signature thing is just over chamfering everything. So it's got this cool little pattern to it. And he said he was going to have the file for me. I told you we were going to put it up on Prusa printers and Thingiverse so that because other people bought this kit. Anybody that wants the holder,
where are we going to put
it? And Things and all the places. We're putting it on Things, Thingiverse, any place that somebody might be able to find it. Right.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. It's a really cool model and nice work. That is better modeling than I could ever do. So nice work there. And I got to tell you, chat. Let us know. I don't think he looks like you at all.
No, thankfully he looks more like his mom, which is
no.
Great.
I mean, you guys are. He looks very much like you, and it's nice work.
Yeah, he's doing great work. He's been very helpful. He's been coming to the shop over the summer while he's not in school, and nice. He's produced some good practical prints for us as well.
Oh, that's your favorite. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Nice I do love a good practical print.
All right, here we go. Oh, okay. This was a work in progress design. Didn't know how it would look, but surprised that they came out like this in a nutshell here. There we go. Look at this. 3D printed sunglasses.
Totally 3D printed. Lenses and all.
Lenses and everything.
I love it.
Yeah. I actually think this is really cool. I'm really curious how you can actually see out of them. And I mean, obviously there's no UV protection, but I think they're super cool looking. And I want to look through them. It makes me want to look through them.
It would be interesting to see how, and I don't know if you've ever held screen material and stuff up, to your eye and stuff, but you'd be surprised. I'll bet you can see through those better than you might think.
Probably right. You remember those old shade ones from the 80s?
Yeah. The louvers.
The louvered. Yeah. Those were awesome.
The racerback style from the old Mustang, louver kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very cool. I love that.
You can see really clearly. Okay, good.
Nice.
Thanks.
She said you can see. Nice. It really does. It makes me, it's one of those prints where sometimes you find one you want to touch like earlier. This one is one of those ones I want to look through just because of, we have Joe printed glasses that he put frames in, but he didn't print the actual glasses part. So
this is 3D Print Buddy's daughter. She just said in the chat, this is her daughter. So mom, daughter.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, congratulations.
All right, good. We got some family hot makes today. I love it.
So RK Prints is 3D Print Bunny's daughter. All right. Well, learned something new today. That's awesome. All right. What do we got next? Oh, this was really cool. Have you seen this yet? This was Tom Llama tagged us. But this whole video is really cool if you got time to actually watch it.
I haven't yet. I haven't seen this yet, although I've seen this technique before with a couple different tools, actually. This is interesting. Okay, so how long is it? It's pretty long?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes, but he goes through modeling everything.
Okay.
And then how he's using it. So how it all kind of screws together. You can use it to do circles.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And
look at
so that. Good. I mean, everything's 3D printed, obviously, except for the router, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Huh.
And it's all interchangeable. There you go.
That's a really neat design.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Practical prints, right?
Right. Practical prints for practical routes.
There you go. Now it has a little clamp, and now you can 3D print any shapes you want and do some shapes. I mean, I love this.
Yeah, that's a really, really great idea. And now I'm curious, is he going to actually inlay this print? It looks like he might actually be using it to inlay, or okay, so you cut out the wood in the exact shape. That's neat.
Yeah, well, I think he's stuck
I love
down
it.
But there you go. There's a whole set of stuff you can use. So good. Llama, thank you so much for tagging that, because I mean that is definitely HotMakes, literally, right?
Yeah, fantastic.
Love it. All right, what do we got next here? Finally functional. Hey, Alex did a video. This is really cool. He was making those VR shoes. So I met him, I think 2019 in Milwaukee Maker Faire. And he's been like going through stages of different versions of these VR shoes. And he posted this one recently. And this is him actually walking like in a game using the shoes. So you can see how it works. And that's really cool. I mean, like, he's developed these things amazing. I mean, so far.
That is such a trip. I wonder how that feels. Just to do, man, that is nuts.
I mean, talk about immersion, right?
Yeah, right. It reminds me somewhat of, from Ready Player One, where what is he called, the quadraphonic treadmill or whatever it is, where the treadmill itself is like moving in all directions. But obviously, this is way more practical than trying to develop a treadmill surface that does that. And I'm curious. And look, so it's obviously tied to, whatever, I'm assuming like an encoder wheel or something like on the skate shoe itself. That's amazing.
It's all tied into the shoes and so good. But nice work, Alex. I mean, that is super cool. And a lot of it's 3D printed. He's been working on this for quite a long time, and it just keeps getting better, man.
Very neat.
No Man's Sky. There you go. That's the game he's playing. So I really want to test this, because I can only imagine. Like, I have a couple of the VR headsets, the Oculus Quest and the Quest 2, and it's really cool to play. But like, to be able to move and not worry about what's around me, like actual walk, I can only.
Well, you can see he's like tethered to the ceiling, because I think it would be pretty easy to start. Rolling away. But yeah, and that's wild.
So
I love it.
Nice work. All right, what do we got, Daryl?
Rhino.
This was another awesome thing. I think you tagged this one, right?
I did.
So go for it. Tell us a little bit about this one.
So I'm actually not. I think a lot of people are gonna be surprised. Like, I'm not familiar with this character. I'm not like that into the Spider-Man universe or the knowing all the Marvel characters. So I hadn't actually seen this particular character before. But the detail on this model, like it looked like a clay sculpt to me, just his skills with like lighting and renders and all that stuff. And he said he's going to print him at a quarter scale, which sounds like it's going to be like, like at least 20 inches high or something like that. Cause they said the character is like 6.5 feet tall or something. So
look,
I mean, look at that.
I just wanted
look at
to
that
zoom
detail
in on the detail. Yeah.
Neck wrinkles.
Just phenomenal detail. And all of his stuff is awesome. And just nice work, Daryl.
What do you think? Could I cosplay Rhino with?
There you go.
What do you think? This is Brian Vine said maybe it needs work. It's very rough right now, Brian.
Needs more neck wrinkles.
More neck wrinkles for sure. And another eye. Like he's got. Do you think the eye is functional up here and these eyes? Like he's got eyes in the side of his head.
I think if it's a rhino, isn't that how they breathe? Well, not they breathe, but like they have the little side things, and no.
I thought that was its eye. I've never heard of side breathy things on the rhino.
Well, he has eyes in the front of his head there. I don't know. I thought they could go under and.
Please enlighten us. What are the side things that rhinos breathe out of? Please tell
I'm
us.
going to the zoo next weekend, and I'm going to learn about the eye hole, breathy holes on the side of the rhino.
No, oh my gosh.
Somebody's punking you, man. Somebody told you there's a breathing hole in the side of the rhinos? Maybe
I'm going to look this
wrong.
up. No, I love it.
No, you're thinking of the hole on the top of the rhino so that they can blow water out of the hole when they surface.
Like a blowhole
on the water. Yeah.
It's a rhino.
What, does a rhino doesn't have a blowhole? Rhino's like, not. What is wrong with you guys? I feel like did you not have like elementary school anatomy and oh my god.
Oh, so good, so good.
Okay.
I need to get my wife. She worked at the zoo here in Milwaukee for like 8 years. She
and you don't know these things?
No. Oh,
yeah, wait, you're not one to talk, Gary. You thought rhinos had a blowhole.
I love it. So good.
I love it.
So good. Oh man, I'm gonna miss you, man. This is I'm gonna miss you. This is the best. My Monday nights are made because of funny comments that I make, and then you. I love it. All right. Well, nice work, Daryl. I mean, let's not take away from Daryl.
No, yeah, Daryl made an awesome sculpt. Yeah.
So good. So good. I'm going to look this up. Rhino blowholes. Anyways. Print in place. Speaking of 3D Print Bunny. So she was one of the winners of the Filament contest. Congratulations.
Congrats.
With your awesome vases. I'm literally, my eyes are watering from laughing. And she got some filament from Filament and everything. But this particular print is something that she says you asked her about. What's going on here?
So a week ago, maybe not even quite that long, she was doing this model. I don't know if you remember. I think we showed it off on HotMakes last week, where she'd done this design where there was a bunch of bridging suspending like the next layer of the model, and then just like a singular strand or very fine strand. So like that technique where you're basically bridging like a long strand in between. And she created this really neat looking model. I don't know if that's something you can actually look up if you know what I'm talking about. But she was asking like, what do you guys think? Will this print? Will it not? And I think she got like kind of a result out of it. Correct me if I'm wrong, 3D Print Bunny. But I had commented on that feed. I said, this kind of reminds me of like a tensegrity table. It would be interesting if you could apply the same thing to 3D printing. And she goes, that's interesting. And a few days later, we have this. And I have to apologize because when she first said, first of all, I was like, this is incredible. I love it. It's amazing. But I had assumed that she had paused the print and put like some fishing line in or something because it's, you can see it's a different color. And I was totally wrong. She had just done a color change and then found some clear and did a singular. And so like later on in the feed, she actually shows the way that she sliced it. And it's brilliant the way she sliced it because it embeds the extrusion into like the shaft of like the, what do you want to call those lateral pieces, so that it's not just a single point of contact, but you have like a solid piece of filament spanning the two, right? So literally she just did a color swap, which is a very common technique we've seen. Print the base, color swap, and then printed the top layer, and it turned out beautifully. It's functional, it works, everybody's excited about it, super chuffed. I learned about chuffed from 3D Print Bunny. So look at that. I mean, it's like holding up that jug of extra white. It is wild, right, Uncle Jesse?
It is wild. It is wild. It's that like those became kind of a big thing. What, I don't know, last year at some point, everyone was making them right on their channels.
Yeah,
and
integrity. Yeah.
But no one came up with the idea to print it like this in one go and have it actually work like this. That's amazing.
Well, I'm flattered too that she like humored me and like, something just completely random. Like I didn't really expect her to do it, but it was awesome to see like something that was like, we had a conversation and there it is. So, well, good on you, as they say. 3D Print
I think
Bunny.
I need to print this. I think that's going to be my next print. my next fun print will be that. That's going to be a lot of fun. I did some of her vases that she was doing for the contest. Came out amazing, except for some of them failed in the very top. But this, I can't wait to print this. Nice work.
Yeah. So go check it out. It's on Prusa Printers. It's on Thingiverse. It probably should be on Things, maybe. But go check it out, guys. I tagged a link, and we can pull it up and throw it in the feed as well if you guys are interested in printing this. And support 3D Print Bunny. She's got a Patreon. She does amazing stuff. Go check out her stuff.
100%. All right, what's next? Dan. Oh, Dan tagged this 5-axis print head. Let's just pop this bad boy open. Look at this. It's only 40 seconds, so we're going to check this out. But 5-axis. Now this is wild here.
I'm loving this one.
Yeah, you love all that
the way it
motion,
moves. Yeah,
I like the way you
5-axis.
5-axis. Geary's getting
all
excited.
the axes. It's almost like Tai Chi for 3D printing. What do you guys think? You like it? You dig? I want to see it actually. See, here's the thing: is our motion systems exist, but the software for slicing has to catch up. Obviously, right? Because you need a completely customized slicer in order to print stuff. So it's a neat look into where I think we can be in a few years, and we're going to be like, hey, remember back when we were like. Really, just 3D printing was like 2.5D, right? Like because we weren't actually, completely operating in 3D space. But obviously, the potential is there. We're only going to see more axes and more functionality. So, I mean, that's a great look of exciting things to come. I hope. We're still excited talking about non-planar printing, right? Where it can kind of go up and down while it's printing. Well, that's cool, right? But slicers got to catch up.
Andrew Hayes is saying that he wrote his own slicer. I do have to say that I could watch this all day. Just the motion. I mean, it's just that's awesome. Now this is the kind of thing that we usually see at Murph. Like people, like someone you never ever heard of would just show up and they'll have this at their booth, and it's like, where did this come from? So. Very cool. I thank you so much for tagging in, Dan. That was a really awesome thing. So the last thing we have to say happy birthday to Wexter. It was Wexter's birthday.
It was, and Fotis made him a mini. And I chatted with him briefly yesterday, and he said he cried. He was so happy about the whole thing. It was incredible.
It's so good, and you can't really see it very good because I can't stop the GIF. But there's a butt crack.
There's a solid butt crack Easter egg in that.
Here you go.
Yeah, getting close.
Let's pop this up.
Yeah.
So
because we all knew it.
I did it in resin.
Yeah, that's the way.
To test a printer, and it still looks a little wet. But if we spin it around, right there, there it is. Yeah, it's all about that. And such a good print, and I'm super excited to be a part of these community prints because it's so much fun, and the people that come up, like Fotis and the 3D printing there came up with that, and it was a lot of fun. Obviously, people painted them, people did them in crazy colors, and I was I'm testing this. Let's try it. So.
That's a good question. I think it is. But I will. I can get on Fotis to make sure that it becomes public because it's a fun model. It's not even just a model. It's like a whole diorama because you got the ball, you got the pool, you got Wexter in his. So it's it's got potential to become this huge scene. But for anybody that doesn't know Wexter, he's super into his pool. There's a great GIF of him on that actual unicorn.
I was gonna say, in the group to print this, they posted the GIF, and he's on the real unicorn inflatable, and he flips off backwards, and his feet are up in the air. It was hilarious.
Worth it. Fix him, dude.
Yeah. It was worth it for Wexter's good old Wexter's
the Wexter crack.
The Wexter crack.
Oh, come on.
There you go. Yeah. No, and the whole model was a lot of fun to print. So
in all seriousness, though, I mean, this is one of the best parts of like being in this community, that like everybody just kind of comes together to celebrate, birthdays and find good excuses to do awesome modeling and printing. And I can't think of a community I'd rather be more part of than this.
Yeah, and everybody who posted, there's so many of them. I could only take time to do one. I had to do that one. Nice work on that one. But yeah, like you said, this is so cool, because all of a sudden you'll be like ding, and then your phone will go off 1,000 times because there's all these people in this group, and you're like, what just, hey, oh, it's one of these groups. What do I got to print? And you're looking up the dates, and it's so much. I've never been a part of a community.
Like, tomorrow, we're gonna print it by tomorrow.
Right, that's what happened this time. Yeah. And I've never been a part of a community that did that, and it's just a lot of fun. And I know that there's always someone out there that that we forgot about or something. So if you ever see these things or you want to be a part of them, let us know and let the community know, and hopefully we can try to remember everybody to include on these, because they're so much fun.
Yeah. Awesome.
That
was a good batch right there, man.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun for the last ones. I gotta say real quick, Gary reminded me in the chat, it is Chris Perillo's birthday today.
Sure is.
And
happy birthday, Chris.
Yeah, happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday.
So we could do this to him real quick.
Gigahertz. Basically, this is just how fast your computer processes your requests and moves information in your computer.
Exactly. And once the CPU receives the command...
All right, that's enough, Chris. But thank you.
Almonds, folks.
Yeah, that's right.
Almonds. That's good. I needed a refresher on gigahertz.
I haven't opened it yet. I was eating my nuts.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, it's such a good clip, too.
Almonds, folks.
There it is.
Well, we're almost 40 minutes in already, and this show is flying by so fast. But thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us so far. If you've not entered the gift card drawing, do that.
Thanks.
There's a link in the description. Also, it's being posted in chat, so don't forget to enter. You can't win if you don't enter, so do that. $50 to Amazon, courtesy of Thangs. And
play to win.
Yeah. So this will segue into our last 20 minutes with you, Pooch. Let's talk about you for a few minutes. Is that okay? I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Do we have to?
Yes. Pooch rants forever. #. I love it.
I could rant. I do have a rant.
We'll do that. We'll make sure. We'll keep you for a rant for sure.
Okay. All right.
But I have a couple things that the community is probably, they're wondering. So let's start with
what's a little Q&A.
You are now the guest, and it takes us back to the first time you were on one of the shows that we were on, and let's ask you some questions. And then what we'll do is we'll give you a little bit of time to talk to us too if you want. So first one, what's next? I know we talked a little bit about what's going on. Can you reiterate, where are you going? What are you doing? That kind of thing.
Yeah. There's no new, I'm not going, like, there's no new, like, big show or anything weird I'm going to next. Like, honestly, a lot of this is about simplifying to some extent. I've been really blessed that, Repcord's been doing well. It's been growing. As a result of all the commitments I've made to that and to my family and all that stuff, it just seemed like a good opportunity to try to take a step back and try to focus a little bit more. Because I got to tell you, like a lot of people in this space, I've got so many ideas and energy and excitement around, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do that. And I really struggle with focus. And unfortunately, it's caused some aspects of my life and business to suffer. And so I'm really trying to dial that back in. And that's really hard to, one, admit, and two, make it sound like this is the expendable thing, because I get so much energy. I derive so much energy from this show and interacting with the community in this way. And in a lot of ways, I'm unsure if it's like a good move for me, because it's kind of what kind of keeps me grounded in a lot of regards, right? But it also feels, it's a passion project. It's not, it doesn't feed my kids. It doesn't, all that stuff. And so, when looking at the whole array of things that have to potentially give, I think this made the most sense. So again, my hope is that I can join you, sporadically for some stuff. Obviously, you've got so many great people lined up to help carry the torch forward, and I will be your biggest fan and tagging all the things, and right there trolling you probably the entire time. So
we would not expect anything less than the trolling, so you better do that. I love a lot of people are chiming in that you're going to start one called HotMakes. And
I'm not looking to compete with anybody. No way.
So good. No, hey, you know what? We love it. And Tyler West, the edgiest of tech. We can't talk about that here. HotMakes says global warming ruined the long underwear market. Hey, we saw the long underwear posts on your post.
Oh, dude, I was crying. I mean, that was a beautiful collab. Like, it was another thing where it was just like I was totally teasing Loyal about having the shirt, because he was talking about he wanted a shirt, right? And I was like, oh, well, you need the Repcord long underwear, obviously. and my lieutenant in just random funny, Photoshop, quick and dirty Photoshop. He's done a couple of things in the past on some of my tweets, and so I just tossed that out. I'm like, show him the comp we've been working on, Michael Grugel. And sure enough, like an hour or two later, fix some dude. And fix something up, and it was awesome. Go check that out on my Twitter.
I was laughing way too hard at that. It was so good.
Well, and you didn't get to see the not suitable for work version where the Loyal Moses was branded on the butt cheek.
I love it.
Yeah, baby.
It was good. Yeah.
So let's see next. So after HotMakes. In the normal world, after your TV career here, where can we find you? Like, if we want to come find Pooch, where do we come find you?
Same place you can always find me. I'm Repcord on all the things. I will say one of the things I do hope, I'd started doing. I keep saying I'm going to do this, but it's like I really want to put more video on the YouTube channel around like what we're building at the shop, because I feel like there's just such cool, interesting stuff there, and it is always like the last thing that falls down to the bottom of my priority list. So maybe I don't want to. I'm like, I'm gonna do it, and then it's just like, got another order we got to get out or whatever. But hopefully, Repcord on the YouTubes, Repcord on the Twitter, social media and stuff like that. I'm not going anywhere.
So some more deep stuff, right?
You want to get deep?
Yeah, we'll get deep. What's your favorite? We've done 64 and 3/4 episodes here. If you had to pick a favorite memory of HotMakes, what would it be?
Wow. Okay, so you're gonna challenge my memory and put me on the spot at the same time, dude. We've laughed.
The same. Maybe it's doing the same Pooch rant twice. I don't know. I mean.
That was embarrassing. Yeah. Oh man, so many good shows. I mean, like some of the guests that we've had, just been epic. I mean, I had a lot of fun. When we did that crossover episode where we had like Angus and Joel and obviously like talking to Daryl, and then we had like just this ensemble cast come in.
Right.
I mean, we've talked to so many awesome people. Like the fact that we got Devin from Make Anything and got to, like, a lot of it's come full circle. The HotMakes, obviously, like my favorite, honestly, Jim, has been like when I get surprised by stuff that gets tagged that I still haven't even seen. It's like I'm seeing it for the first time now, right? And some of the things that are out there just blow my mind. They're very inspiring and all that stuff. The Abby Math episode where I was missing from half of it. Yeah.
The one where you disappeared and ended up on a mountain. That was, that was.
I mean, such good times. Obviously, like, what a good sport you are in, talking about cellar towers and oil.
Those cellular
all that
towers.
Fun. Yeah.
Earlier someone said that. Yeah, I mean, and I'm gonna miss. Like, I mean, here's the thing: I'm gonna miss the stupid things where I say, don't they breathe out of that? And you're like, what the heck did you just say? And then the chat like, what? The world blows up there. But stuff like that. I think over 65 episodes, one of the things I'll miss is we became friends. We were here every Monday, and it's a lot of fun to hang out, and it's a lot more fun when you give me static. I almost said, I guess we're not monetized anyway, but it's a family-friendly show,
Oreos and water.
Oreos and water, one of my favorites. What will you miss the most about the show? I mean, like, if you had to take a step back
besides your smile and your infectious, your joyous banter, the whole thing. I told you, I derive so much energy from this, and just being able to, every week get to be part of just all this awesome stuff that other people do. I mean, like, it's funny because this is the easy thing, right? It's just like, hey, look at these cool things that other people are doing, and then trying not to feel like a complete lazy, beehole for all the stuff that I'm not actually getting done myself. But all of it, I'm gonna miss all of it.
I love it. What Practical Printing had a good one. What's your favorite Geary moment?
where he took over. He said, "I am the captain."
Oh, yeah.
I'm the
Pooch 2.0.
Sure. How about
that? I don't know about that.
Hi, Gary's gone silent. Did we offend him? I think we offended him.
Nope.
Okay. Ever since I called him out on rhino blowholes, I think he's been quiet.
No, we called him out.
Yeah.
I'm connected to the internet. I have Google. I know that rhinos don't have blowholes.
The replay.
So, Did you notice that Geary got a new name?
Pooch 2.0. Yeah, there he is. It's been, much improved.
Geary needed a reboot. He's evolving. Well, I tell you, after the show, I don't know. We were talking behind the scenes a lot. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. We're gonna get another full-time co-host. For a while, we're gonna have some guests coming on. So starting next week, for the first 2 weeks of August, we have Angus from Maker's Muse. He's going to be a co-host here on HotMakes and have a little fun with Angus. The third week, we're bringing Devin back from Make Anything. After that, we have Andrew Sink. After that, we have a montage of people. I believe it's the last week of August. It's going to be Chris Kersey, Brian Vines, and Garrett from 3D Print Farm. And it's going to be just a wild ride on that one with all four of us and Geary. And then into September, we have some really cool things. Chaos Cortex coming up and a couple other people I can't name yet because we haven't solidified dates. But we have some really cool stuff coming. But, in the meantime, I've been reaching out. I've been asking people, what do we do? Do we find a co-host? Who do you think would be great? And let us know in the chat who you think would be a great co-host, because that's always a fun game. But I do have something.
LeVar Burton's available.
He's free. Yeah. So our
this week.
So I have something for you, Pooch. You ready?
What is it? Oh, surprises?
Hey, Jay, it's always exciting to be on your channel. Unfortunately, I can't be there live because of my schedule, but I didn't forget what you asked me. You asked me to help you find a replacement for Pooch. Pooch has been a staple on your show, and I know he brings a certain level of excitement and a certain personality, and you want to find someone very similar. I found him. Let me introduce you.
Great. Oh, it's
I swear, he brings the same excitement to the channel as Pooch.
Good one. Sick bird, Chuck.
Oh, so good.
Solid
so good.
As a rock.
I laughed so hard I cried today when you sent me that. So I reached out to Chuck to see if he had some time to pop in, and I was like, we're gonna pretend you're the new host because of the whole rivalry thing in the background, right? And he's like, I can't, all the storms and stuff. My internet and cell towers and everything were down or very spotty. But then later in the day, the cellular towers.
Yeah, good.
And the later in the day, he's like, "All right, I got this for you. Check your email." And I was crying. I was laughing so hard. And Chuck, thanks for doing that. And
I mean, you know what? I got to hand it to him. It's the best make I've ever seen Chuck do. So good on you,
Chuck. Dang.
he got the smile. He had the art all right. His Sharpie work is second to none.
I think it was perfect because Pooch rocks.
Hello.
So you could say that was rock solid?
No. No, you couldn't.
Oh, I love it. But yeah, we had to have a little bit of fun with that. But I had no idea what he was going to do, and he showed up with that. It was so good.
Yeah, that's it. Like a true nemesis, Chuck.
So
my
good.
True nemesis.
Someone wants to print the Chep Rock. Ben does the rock of the show. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Some could say Pooch is hard rock. Oh.
What I would love to see is the Pooch Rock. Obviously the proper throne for a Pooch Rock is a Pooch table.
Pooch table.
So literally just like put a camera on a Pooch Rock on a Pooch table. I don't know what you call it. Rocky, or maybe his name. I don't know. Whatever his name is, but he needs to be on a Pooch table.
We're treading on rocky ground.
Yeah.
You could have the Pooch Rock on the Pooch table, and it could be a rocking table.
Oh, a rocking table to go with a rocking chair.
Yeah, it could. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So how about this? We have a few minutes left. If you have not registered to win the $50 Thanks gift card, please jump in the spreadsheet and or on the form and do that. I'm going to open the spreadsheet now while we're talking and get that going. Also, Pooch, if you have a few minutes, do you want to say anything? I mean,
do I want to say anything?
Yeah. Do you want to address the?
I just want to say, huge shout out. First of all, you guys don't understand how much work actually still goes into the production of the show, and it's all this guy and his AI friend, because I just haven't been, and that's part of it too. It's like I feel like they deserve better to have somebody that can help carry some weight, right? Come on, man. I mean, like, obviously there's a lot of hours that are, going into the production, the collection of all the tags and stuff like that. And so thank you from the bottom of my heart for basically enabling us to be all the graphics, all the planning, all that stuff. That's all this guy.
I don't know about that, but no, it was fun, man. And we all did our thing. We all had our time and our projects, we'll say, behind the scenes. And again, I can't, we talked about this when we first started. We didn't know how long it was going to run, but I don't think both of us thought 65 more episodes, So, thank you so much for taking this on, for being an awesome partner and co-host. And it's been a journey. It's definitely been a journey and a lot of fun. And ever since the first email I ever sent you with all the wrong information in it, you've been nothing but awesome. So I appreciate that.
Thanks,
Everybody's
buddy.
like, Pooch rant. All right, we got to do a Pooch rant.
All right, one more for good measure.
All right, let's do this. Little Pooch rant.
Pooch rant.
All right, I don't know about all y'all out there, but in California, where I live, we had some fine legislation. I mean, this is not political, but I'll just tell you, there was some fine legislation that was passed a few years back that basically said we Californians care about the environment, and therefore plastic bags are coming out of grocery stores. Right now, how many of you guys out there, tell us in the chat, have some sort of rule and stuff that says, like, grocery bags. It was an attempt at pushing people to reusing grocery bags, like less plastic, less waste, right? But what ended up happening is something really stupid, in my opinion, in that it didn't minimize, like the little, like, just the really thin plastic bags went away, but they just started making like these thicker plastic bags, and then charging you money for it, right? So it's like, if you want a bag, you have to pay for it. So if I remember, on the rare occasion, I might remember to bring a reusable bag or another bag with me. But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to the grocery store and I'm not prepared for it. And that's on me. But here's what's really stupid about paying for grocery bags. Jim, first of all, do you pay for your grocery bags in Wisconsin?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, so but maybe it's a taste of things to come. I hope not. I don't know. Here's what's dumb. They charge you 10 cents for a grocery bag. Fine, that seems like it's not about the money. What's lame to me is it's like, why is this a cost of doing business that all of a sudden everybody's okay with, like, the grocery store just passing along to us? Like, it would be so insignificant to hide that in the cost of a fractional penny increase in all these things. If they just put it in there, and then I think people are going to tell me, well, but then that's not going to encourage you to bring your own bag. But how many people are really bringing their own bag anyway? This is stupid. Okay, like I should no other business like any other business, if they were told like you're required to provide bags, would just be like they roll it into the cost of business. There's not like we're charging you 10 cents a bag, from this now. Am I alone in this? Am I alone in thinking this is absolutely ludicrous that we're accustomed to paying for grocery bags now?
I don't know. On this to me is kind of like the other thing of paper straws. I hate paper straws. We don't have a lot of them out here, but it never fails. They fall apart on me every single time. So, to me, that's like on the equivalent. Why paper straws when we had plastic so much? But I get it. The environment, we need to save it. But paying for plastic keeps plastic around.
It does.
Like,
and
does
it's
anyone
just thicker
realize
plastic. And I don't know how many of these, like, I'm not taking the thicker plastic bags and reusing them. Like, I try to keep them at the house,
right,
but inevitably I'm overrun with them and they're ending up probably in the garbage anyway. So it's like that. I get it. I understand that we want to try to do better, but it's like maybe just only offer paper bags or something, like, they charge 10 cents a bag. And now there's been people talking in the chat. It's true at COVID times, they were like, we won't sell you a bag at all. Like, we won't even bag stuff in a lot of, so I'm like, right. I can't tell how much of it is like a real concern and how much of it is just a convenience to the grocery. But at some point, you're getting away from actually making your service, usable for people. I don't know.
Right. I just think it's weird that if we're gonna try to get rid of paper or plastic bags by making people pay for plastic bags, that doesn't make the plastic bags go away. Just get rid of them then if you don't want them.
Yeah, we're just putting thicker bags in the or just learn to juggle, right? And then you can just all the whole way out to the car. I do that sometimes. I'm like, no, I'm not getting a bag today. I'm going to show them, and I'm like trying to carry like way too many like apples are falling out. Oh, here's a pro tip, by the way. If you go to the produce aisle and you get the little plastic bag to put your produce in, they don't charge you for those. So go load up the produce bag and throw some other things in there while you're at. Oh no, these are produce bags. Yeah. It doesn't hurt the environment.
You set your 10-pound bananas on the scale. It's like, whoa, hang on here. I love it. We still have Lightspeed says they still have plastic and paper. We do too. We still have plastic and paper bags. If anyone's been to an Aldi, they make you pay for shopping carts at Aldi, like a quarter. And
wait, they make you pay for the shop? Like you have to rent the shopping cart?
Yeah, well, you pay the quarter to get the shopping cart. You get the quarter back when you bring it back, if you bring it back. So
but
you
get it back. It for a quarter?
Well, technically you can't take the cart, but if you don't, you bring it to your car and you just leave it in the parking lot, then you lost your quarter. So I think it is meant to make people, or hopefully bring.
Wait, so now I got to carry quarters? Oh, come on, man.
I guess so.
Do they take Apple Pay?
Yeah, right. No, it's just quarters. Bring 3 rep boxes. I love that. Oh man.
Well, all right. Okay. So, hold on. I got one more thing. So when you get so you still got paper and plastic, but you got the paper ones with the stupid paper handles. You have that, and you can't ever carry them by the paper handles because inevitably the handle tears off, and then your stuff like the whole grocery bag system is messed up, man. It's messed up.
It is. Yeah, those things break every single time. Don't
ever carry by the paper handles. Don't let them tell you that they're new and improved because they glued another piece of paper over the top of the handle. Okay, it's still gonna break when your extra large pack of Eggos tips the scales.
What was it? The croissant pizzas.
Oh, your croissants, man. Delish.
I love it. All right, it's time to give some stuff away. Let's see what we got for entrance. Looks like about 76, 77, right around there. Let's get the wheel up. You, my friend, get the privilege of being the wheel spinner today.
Okay, I got it.
And I'll let you count it down. How about that?
Okay.
Here we go. This is a $50 Thangs gift card to Amazon, courtesy of Thangs is what I should have said. Thank you so much, Thangs. Thangs thinks we need a highlight reel of the best Pooch moments, and we're probably going to have to make that happen.
There can't be that many. It wouldn't be much of a reel. Okay. Are we ready?
Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Oh, that was terrible.
Bro.
That was terrible. What we got? Hey, that's a good win. They have just one hot make today or two hot makes? There was one hot make from Finally Functional.
Yeah, one. Yep. Nice work. I hope you're still with us. Let us know in the chat if you're still here. Nice work. Alex said finally functional.
Finally a winner. Finally functional. Finally wins.
Yeah, they're taggable.
Wheel spin.
There he is. Woo! All right.
Woot.
Congratulations. We'll get that out to you
$50
as soon as possible. I think I need to get out last week. So if you won last week, I'll get that to you too. And everything else. Thank you so much, everybody, for entering the Thangs $50 Amazon gift card. Oh, what else can we talk about for another 6 weeks?
6 weeks? What are you talking about? You're gonna have, dude. You got the best guests coming up. You've got, it's not like people are gonna stop sending amazing stuff to look at. You're good, dude. You're good.
Oh man, keep it sending it in. Hey, one more time, Pooch, before we go. Tell everybody where you can find us. How do you get entered, like on Twitterverse, to be on the show, etc.
The best place to. Okay, so first of all, for HotMakes, you just put the little hashtag poundy thingy in front of HotMakes. When you see something awesome that you want us to talk about, you want the show to feature, and it goes through our incredible algorithm vetting process. Okay, like we look through and stuff, and then we say, like, yes, this is definitely hot enough to feature on the show. So it goes up on the show. We talk about it. We say this is awesome. Everybody in the chat says it's awesome, and that's how the show works. Pretty simple, right?
That's right. We love it, and I mean, we're gonna have to just use that clip. We'll just play that clip now from now on. No.
The poundy thingy.
The poundy thingy.
Well, save yourself some work. Just clips of the explainers, right? But keep tagging the stuff, guys. We always love seeing it. Everybody here, loves seeing. There's so much great stuff that you guys are doing. No shame in tagging your own awesome stuff. We love seeing it. Right. Keep it coming.
Tag it up, everybody. Show Pooch some love in the chats. I know we typed it, but everybody's chatting. I don't think Nightbot will take you out, so throw it in there. Let's get all that out there. And everybody else, thank you so much for joining us for 65 episodes of HotMakes. We wouldn't be here if you guys didn't keep coming. So thank you so much. As Pooch said a little bit ago, this is kind of our love for the community that brings us out to do this every week. And it's because of you guys tagging us. It's because you guys showing up and being here and on the new channel here as well. So thank you again, Pooch. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. It's been an awesome run.
Thanks for letting me be part of it. Thank you guys all in the chat for, making it all just as awesome as it is. It's been a fantastic ride.
Am
I supposed to leave? Actually.
Yeah. Everybody's like, all right, bye. No. Hey, you know what? The comments are awesome. Maybe when we're done, when it replays, you'll have to go back and read all the comments. He's going. I don't know if Geary noticed that the screen in Pooch's room has been crooked this whole time, but it sets Geary off. And
Lord.
Just a
so
scotch. Just a scotch.
Yes, everybody says you're going to be missed. Welcome retirement. Everybody's saying goodbye. Raise your hand if you came from the ketchup community. Yes, for sure. Pooch, welcome back anytime, man. What was that?
I said, yeah, we got a lot of old school ketchup peeps with us. What a ride.
Yes, for sure. And we'll be here. Anytime you want to jump on, we can make like, scheduled Pooch rants. Gary, any final words?
I hate the camera angle. I hate it.
Sorry, Gary.
I hate it more than humans.
More than humans.
I mean, sorry.
I messed it all up.
So good. So good. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, everybody. You all have a great, great week. We will see you next week where Angus from Maker's Muse will be in the Pooch spot. And we'll be having some fun with Angus. Yes. I don't know about second.
Tell him I said
hi.
I will.
I'll tell him you heard he was coming and just ran.
I'll be in the chat trolling you. You know I can't get away from it.
So good. I love it. Well, thanks so much again, Pooch. Thank you. We really appreciate it. The community loves you. The community appreciates it, and we look forward to seeing what you do coming up.
Awesome. All right. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a great week. See ya. Bye.